Welcome to Bada Boom. I'm Chris. They just won't learn, won't they? Rocksteady has delayed Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League again. No official reason has been given, but it's safe to assume the violent reaction to its recent gameplay trailer has something to do with it. Bullying companies on the internet seems to work, as Rocksteady will likely use the delay to polish the game. However, if they can pull off a Sonic movie and just redesign everything, that'll be great. After 7 years, we're finally getting a new Rocksteady game set in the Arkham universe. The new game, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, centers on the squad tasked with taking down the Justice League after they've been taken over by Brainiac. Sounds fun, doesn't it? But no, when we saw the trailer, everyone hated it. In some ways, it looked awesome. Yet, Rocksteady and Warner Brothers must have went to the Square Enix school of how to tank your game before it releases, because just about every detail of this new game raises eyebrows. But before I get too deep into everything, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, a reaction is bad to a trailer when people are yearning for the days when you could actually see the dislikes a video has. And that happened with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. If you look it up, it's a pretty bad like to dislike ratio. The kind of dislike ratio where you see companies beg YouTube to be like, hey, can we get rid of that button? Does the game look bad? No. Does it look great? Far from it. This is not a huge problem for most game studios, but Rocksteady is not most game studios. Their Batman Arkham games redefined what was possible with comic book video games, so naturally expectations are high for Kill the Justice League. When WB Montreal releases Gotham Knights, no one blinks an eye. That is because it's average. Because realistically, nobody was expecting the studio behind Arkham Origins would be able to deliver a Rocksteady like outing. There's a couple reasons people hate Kill the Justice League before they have gotten a chance to get a hold of the game. There are two things that are absolute poison in the game industry. One is the word NFT, and the other is live service. Games take years to develop, and the decision to make Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League a live service was probably made well before games like The Avengers tanked. That does not excuse Rocksteady and Warner Brothers taking Rocksteady's spot as an inventive game developer on a trend. Live services, if we're being real, only benefit publishers. Gamers were just fine buying one complete game and waiting for a sequel, as opposed to what is essentially an internet casino. They spent 7 to 8 years developing a game that was 3 years late to a trend. You hate to see it. What's even crazier when you sit down and think about it is that all this time we're all waiting for Rocksteady's next game, thinking, wow, they must be really trying to crack the code on a Superman game. And instead, they tried to crack the code on some live service bullshit that looks like midway through the development cycle, someone said, like, yeah, look at this awesome metropolis we're building. It'd be great if we had indistinguishable purple bullet sponges as monsters. But what about Superman? Oh, yeah, he's in it, but he's evil again. And that's another thing. They opened their first teasers and promotional material with Superman, which is kind of like a slap in the face because everyone was hoping that this was a Superman game. And guess what? Evil Superman again. So original. I'll be honest, I was optimistic and even excited. But you know, when something weird happens and your friends are like, I don't think that's okay. And you go, yeah, that isn't okay. That's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It may feel okay at first, but it really isn't, though. A developer the caliber of Rocksteady should have taken 8 years to vomit out a live service that looks like a knockoff Gotham City Imposters. God willing, in the next 8 years, when they release their next game, they chase the trend of Harry Potter Legacy and give people an actual complete game, which is what people seem to crave. As upsetting as this is, it's disappointing. This is like waiting 7 years for a Frank Ocean album and he decides to drop some pop fusion bullshit. Like, I'm sure they'll figure it out and make it listenable, but really, that's Rocksteady with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. The game won't be the worst ever. It may be the most disappointing considering the caliber of studio behind it. It now makes sense why the co founders left. They knew not to put their name on this. One would hope this is the last nail in the coffin of the games as a service mania that has plagued the games industry in the last few years. Now, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bada boom.